Hey, what's up everybody? Isaac here with another Conqueror's Blade video, and today I'm going to give you a little supplemental guide for the Shortbow Season 13 runes. What runes are we using? Are we changing our playstyle because of different runes? And short answer is no. So if you want a good Shortbow guide, go check out my Shortbow guide. It still pertains, hasn't changed. So we're going to quickly go over what we're using here in this season. So, Shortbow. First things first, we are going to be using this one. The poison effect of Poison Arrow and Angry Hornets now reduces movement speed by 5%. This can stack up to 10 times. The only reason we're using this is because we are going to be using Angry Hornets. We're not using the Poison Arrow. It's definitely not that great of a rune, but it's going to make our Angry Hornets just a little bit better. Only reason we're really using it is because there's nothing better to use. Increase roll and escape cooldown, immediately no. Adds extra penetration, but it increased the cooldown, immediately no. The whole point of roll and escape is the fast cooldown, because you need it to come up often so you can keep escaping from heroes when they are diving on top of you. That extra 2 seconds, you're dead. Poison Arrow piercing damage is reduced by 50%, but its cooldown reduced to 3 seconds. It's tempting, but no, and here is why. The Poison Arrow. Let's find it here. There's the Poison Arrow. So it used to be a 7-second, but it comes down to a 3-second cooldown with the rune. The poison deals 167 points of damage over 8 seconds, which comes up to like 1300 damage roughly. So between that and the actual initial shot, you might be doing about 2k damage, but that's 2k damage spread out over 8 seconds. Versus something like the steel-tipped arrow, it'll do like 22k damage or more if you hit him with a headshot, but we're just talking about some testing that I did on Roderick. But so basically that one would hit for 22 and the poison over time would do about 2k. So you're not going to replace a steel-tipped arrow, and while you say, well, the poison arrow, you can do it once every 3 seconds, but the steel-tip's only once every 6 seconds. True, but the steel-tipped arrow lets you do more damage on the next couple of shots after that. So, it's kind of a no-brainer in my point. You're not going to do more damage straight up with the poison arrow, and the damage over time isn't going to help you a lot because you're doing this damage over time, but if a hero's like, hey, I'm starting to get a little bit low, I got this poison on me, I'm going to run away and heal up. So they run away, they just hit that heal button that we all know we have now. That's kind of handy, but it's going to negate you killing them with the damage over time effect of poison. So in my opinion, it's a no-brainer that you would not take it over steel-tipped arrow. One way you could do it, take it instead of the ultimate, which is what people used to do before the runes ever existed. But to me, it's still a big no. You can't burst them down as fast as you can as if you have the Angry Hornets. You might do a little bit more damage over time. At the end of a match, you might have this little bit higher damage total done to a hero. But if it's not effective damage, what's the point? You know, just to have it look good on the screen. At the end of the day, it doesn't look as good as the hero kills or the effectiveness of just bursting someone down. Maybe you burst them down to a couple of HP and somebody else gets the kill steal, so you don't even get that stat, but that's besides the point. So ultimately, I'm running everything the same, and we'll quickly go over the rest of the runes. On the hood, it's all kind of no-brainers what I think you should be running on these. Reduce the defense of the enemies because that's going to help you do more damage to them. Increase your movement speed. If you don't use this one, other heroes are. You're putting yourself at a major disadvantage. Increase your stamina by 100 points. It's going to help you run faster for longer. No brainer. Reduce damage taken by 2%. And the reduced fall damage is a bonus too. No brainer. On the boots, another no-brainer. Increase agility by 5 points. Your bow, extra 5 agility is going to be huge. Bandage restores 6% of your max health per second for 8 seconds without triggering the animation. So that means we get to heal without the animation of bandaging. That means we can jump on our horse, we're still healing. We can start fighting, we're still healing. Absolute no-brainer. You gotta be using that one. And on the gloves, there is one interesting thing here. Killing a hero increases your damage by 3%, stacks up to 4 times, and it resets if you die. So kind of a no-brainer in my opinion. There is also the armor penetration one, but the straight up damage is the one I would personally go with. So the other one that's interesting, increased damage by 2%. You can't go wrong with this one, no matter what. But the other one that could become interesting is this. Every time you perform a normal attack, critical value is increased by 9 points for 6 seconds, stackable up to 7 times. So right now this is not effective. I tested it. It doesn't help you do more crit hits. And that could be because right now we do not have our bonuses from our armor. If you look at our crit value, we have terrible crit value. So getting a little bit better crit value, it's not going to be enough to do anything. So potentially once these unlock, 26 days and is for the bonuses, and 5 days for the armor set bonuses. So we'll get an extra 96 points of crit value in another 5 days, and any crit value from our rolls will unlock in 26 days. So potentially that's one ruin that could make a difference, because crit value is huge. The more times you hit someone with a crit, every crit does so much more damage than a regular hit. So potentially this one could be the way to go, but either way, you're still not going to be able to go wrong with the increased by 2%. So this is the only one that could be a toss-up, in my opinion, down the road. Right now, it's a no-brainer. Absolutely use this one. This isn't going to help you. But once our set bonus is unlocked, this could have some potential. Other than that, everything else, super straightforward. So nothing's changed. If you want to check out my bow guide, I would go check that out. Nothing's changed. Currently, with this ruins, nothing's changing my playstyle. So I did make a bunch of footage of testing it out, some death matches and stuff, but nothing's changing, so I didn't think it's worth your time. So I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a good one.